360 noscope 470 blazeit, the MLG meme coin on Solana, is going through the roof. The question is why? Who's buying here? Who's selling here? How much more upside potential is there? Does it make sense to jump on this rally? Let's have a look at the on-chain metrics most people are not considering. Now, MLG is already the 9th largest trending token on the Solana chain. It's got a liquidity pool of 4.3 million and the price is going absolutely parabolic, even though the number of buyers isn't really that much larger than the number of sellers. So it seems like a few heavyweights are buying quite massively. MLG stands for Major League Gaming, but the project is clear about not being directly affiliated with the brand. There is a funny website where you can see the market cap and the trading volume, and we can change the music. The project has 17,000 followers on Twitter, 6,000 members in Telegram, and 25,000 holders on chain. Now, not all of those holders are created equal, right? This could also be manipulated. There might be thousands of wallets that just hold a few cents of the token. So let's look at the on-chain metrics in a bit more detail. What we've got over here is the number of first-time traders versus recurring traders per day. And what we've got over here is the number of token transactions per day. And we can see how clearly at the beginning of January, a lot of new investors jumped onto the token and the activity stayed relatively high. We can also see the trading volume shooting up at the beginning of January. And it's especially the larger wallets that tended to make up more and more of that trading volume. So the fraction of small retail that have less than $1,000 worth of the token, the fraction of that segment that trades the token tended to go down. Now let's have a look at the number of retail investors versus whale investors over time. We make this distinction with minimum holding thresholds. So to be counted for the chart here on the left, a wallet has to hold at least 7,000 tokens. So at the current price, that's roughly $1,000 worth of the token. We go at 10x for the chart in the middle, so $10,000, and another 10x for the chart on the right, so $100,000 worth of the token. Initially, it was a catastrophe. The number of wallets went down, but then things started to turn around on the 15th of October of last year. Now the whales bought 1 week before that, no surprise here. It's always the smart money that gets into the tokens early. So check this out, right? These were purchases that happened between the 7th and 10th of October. And that was over here, just before a major blast of more than 8,000%. But yeah, the whales continued buying the second rally as well. They continue to accumulate. All wallet cohorts actually continue to accumulate. Now, if all wallets continue to buy the token, does it make sense to also jump on this rally now? Let's have a look at this at the end of this video. Now, since Bitcoin hit 100K, it has a pretty hard time climbing. We actually tended to see lower highs and lower lows in the last weeks. And at the same time, there isn't any more money flowing into crypto. This is the stablecoin market cap over the last weeks. And if this continues for too long, then things could potentially turn around again and we could start another bear market. Now, what happened over here was the Terra Luna collapse, right? This is when the Anchor protocol went bust, when the UST stablecoin imploded. It started a bear market that lasted for more than a year, during which also FTX collapsed. But then in October of 2023, we turned around. But now it seems like the market has a hard time expanding further. It's truly becoming player versus player again. Now, when there's altcoin season, we can buy pretty much any cryptocurrency and they all double and triple. But I'm not sure how close that is. Have a look at the others dominance. So this shows how much of all of crypto is in the altcoins that are not in the top 10. And yes, this tends to rise over time and the current risk to reward doesn't look too bad. But have a look at the inverse of that, the Bitcoin dominance. When the Bitcoin dominance is very high and it then subsequently crashes, that's when there's altcoin season, right? The altcoins become more important. Bitcoin becomes in turn less important. Now, there's been two major altcoin seasons in the past. One happened at the end of 2017. The other happened at the beginning of 2021. So it's marked here by those yellow circles. Here is the long-term Bitcoin price with those same yellow circles. So when did altcoin season happen in the past? It happened after we had already a massive bull run in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin made its multiple X returns from the last bear market. And when Bitcoin was very high and when people wondered what's the next Bitcoin, that's then when the altcoins went off. Now the question is the current bull market enough? Last time when we started altcoin season, we went up by almost 1,000%. This time we went up by only 500% roughly. We are a little bit in no man's land. It seems like we're in a similar situation to September of 2018. So that's here, this red circle, right? We are pretty much at the same level in Bitcoin dominance. We are not at those extreme heights where more than 70% of the crypto market is Bitcoin. We are still just at 58% dominance. And so really navigating a time like this is relatively hard. It's more important to really have an edge in the market, to know more than the average market participant, to buy the assets that other winners are buying as well. Just have a look at how confused the market currently is. The best category within crypto in the last 7 days was AI frameworks. But the worst performing category was AI memes. So we can't say that everything AI is going up. Returns are getting more and more concentrated in just a few winners. If you make a 10x, then 9 other people have to lose pretty much everything. It's zero sum right now. The market isn't expanding in the last weeks. And so here is how I navigate the situation. I'm tracking other influencers that tend to make very good trades. For example, here, Kyle Chessy. Kyle Chessy bought the GOAT token at 14 cents. So that was over here. Subsequently, the price went up by more than 800%. But it's important to also take profit because once attention moves to the next token and the price goes down, we are now only at 33 cents again. You want to be early. You don't want to buy into a token where attention tends to decline. Or here, another Kyle Chessy purchase, Fartcoin at 5 cents. Again, a very, very nice run, more than 3,000%. But now attention is declining again, right? It's player versus player. The assets aren't growing that quickly anymore. One more Kyle Chessy purchase at 0.3 cents. 13 comments. Now Griffane is at 44 cents. So a 14,000% gain. And so this is what the game is all about. It's about buying things when not a lot of people know about this. It's about buying things when the insiders start to get in, when the top traders start to get in. Now I've talked about Kyle Chessy now several times. Here is his YouTube channel. He's got 142,000 subscribers. And the reason why we know what he's buying is because we track his wallets. We've got 12 of his wallets where we get signals whenever he's buying or selling something. But we're not just tracking Kyle Chessy. We are also tracking Alex Becker. He's got 1.5 million subscribers. When he talks about a token, of course this generates attention and attention turns into purchases. We've got 12 of Alex Becker's wallets. Or here we've got Crypto Banter. They've got 1.1 million subscribers. And we've got 33 of their wallets. And so how can we be early? We can be early by buying the things when all the top people are getting in. And so of course now it's more important than ever to be part of this inner circle, right? To not just buy something random on a list, because I'm not sure how close altcoin season really is. Now of course not every trade that an influencer makes will make thousands of percent, because especially the larger tokens, they need a lot of capital to move the price, but the smaller tokens, they are more high risk but also more high reward. And so I really like this strategy. I like the strategy of trying to find other influencer wallets, because the influencers of course don't post this officially. We have to use on-chain analytics to find them. And so I've made several videos. First of all, how can we find those wallets, but then also how can we track the wallets? How can we get alerts whenever they buy or sell? And then how can we interpret the alerts that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. Premium is not just about wallet tracking. It's also about on-chain analytics. It's also about risk management. There's more than 100 videos in total. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $165 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, just message me within the first week and I'll refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. Now we've already seen how all wallet cohorts continue to accumulate the token, but the accumulation happens at different paces. It seems like it's the whales that buy up most of the token now. The wallets that have at least $100,000 worth of the token now hold 61% of the supply. And this is somewhat in line with what we see over here, right? The price is going up by 60%, while the number of buyers is even smaller than the number of sellers. So there are a few whales, potentially market makers, potentially centralized exchanges that are buying here. I believe that the whales are likely going to continue to buy up more of the supply. Yes, the token is at number 9 among the trending tokens on Solana, but I do believe we are still early, because most trading volume still happens on these centralized exchanges. The centralized exchanges don't yet have their fair share of the token, right? The more the centralized exchanges own the token, the better they can manipulate the price. And that's then when they list the price, that's then also when they do internal promotion on the platform to trade the token. Currently, we are not yet there. Pretty much all trading volume still happens on Radium, and I believe in a week or two, this will not be the case anymore. The token can be bought on Maxi. Maxi seems to be always one of the first movers. But mark my words, we're going to see the HTXs and the Q coins of this world also listing this token. With the current market cap, there's still a lot of upside. $142 million is really not that large of a market cap within the Solana Memecoin ecosystem. But in order to make another 2 or 3x, we need to see centralized exchange listings. Once we go into the realms of 400, 500 million, that's then when the market makers push the price higher. Crypto is all about being early, and I believe that the MLG token is still comparatively early. It's still risky, of course. Memecoin trading in general is risky, but it doesn't make sense to buy a meme coin that's already in the billions of dollars in market cap that cannot do multiple X returns, right? It's always about being early, and of course there is the risk to go down 50, 60, 70%, but if that risk is not compensated for potential upside to then do the 2, 3x returns, then what are we doing? So I'm considering to buy some MLG as well. I haven't bought any yet because I always try to first publish a video here on YouTube before buying myself, because I don't like to buy something to then afterwards promote this on YouTube to then basically pump and dump on the audience, right? I don't like that conflict of interest. I try to always buy after publishing a video. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. See you in the next video, or see you in premium. Cheers.